You know what? I actually feel like I have more energy now than this morning when I was on live. So I don't know. Riddle me that. Oof, we have a card we haven't had in a little bit. We have Truth Be Told as our first card for the collective. It's also number 14. So 14, 1, 4, or 5 are significant cards for you that may be assigned. Keep that in mind. I have 3 cards here to start off oracle readings. To start off the collective readings, I have oracle cards for you guys. So everyone's going to be coming in right now, I know, and I'm going to have to repeat myself because that is how these work. But for the beginning, I do start with the collective reading. So reading for everybody. I am not, that card has been coming out forever. Let's get you something new. So I start off with some oracle cards for the collective at large, and then as we go, we get some cards for individuals. If you would like an individual reading, a donut or a strawberry for quick reads for you guys. That is how we do it here. We give a little gift, I give you a little reading, and then if you want something a little bit longer, then we can do the metamorphosis. That is my goal for today. That is the butterfly gift. And if you do that one, I will spend a little bit more time on your reading. So to start off, before we get into those individual readings, I will start with the oracle cards. So the first topic we have today is Truth Be Told, number 14. So if 14, 1, 4, or 5 are important numbers for you that may be assigned this message is for you. Also, we have Capricorn 2, driven by your desire to create a positive change in the world. In this deck, that's also number 36. So if 3 or 6, 36 are important numbers for you, or 333, this is 3 threes. It is an angel number that may be assigned that this message is for you. So let me go ahead and start reading for Truth Be Told in number 14. Hello, everyone who is wandering through. Truth Be Told says, honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. There is the truth, which is the essence of a thing, and then there is a truth, subjective according to the philosophy of the adherent or believer. One moment, 2 pages went. This is not a time for debate about which is truer. This is time when you are called to proclaim your truth out loud and be willing to be transparent, honest, and open your communication with others and with yourself. Nothing less than surrender to what is, peeling off the layers of denial that kept you tied to an illusion will set you free. Be authentic and gloriously flawed, and spirit will answer with miracles, okay? We'll go ahead and read the relationship message. People tell you who they are very quickly. If you're willing to listen to what they say and pay attention to how they behave, this card calls you to engage in heartfelt, open conversation. It's time to see the truth about what you share with each other and tell the truth about who you are and what you need. No one can do that for you. Remember that your truth is always based in your personality and experience up till now. A higher truth will be found after you communicate honestly and see how doing so has helped you become more attuned to yourself. Don't hold back, speak your truth, and listen. Okay, so that is about 2 people having different truths in the same situation, or just, we could call it perspectives, not being too holding on or gripping on our side, being 100% what it is in the story. You can be completely telling the truth, and the other person can be completely telling the truth, and that can be at odds. It's about taking the time to listen if you care about that person and you care about interviewing them and what they have to give and their message in their lives. Hello, Mark, over on YouTube. And just so you guys know, I am on live on YouTube and TikTok at the same time. So if I start holding cards over here, and you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm probably talking to the other live. And if you want an individual reading, I'm going to keep reading for the collective as we go forward. Just go ahead and drop either a donut, a strawberry parfait, or if you want a little bit of a longer reading, the metamorphosis, which is the butterfly gift, and I will do an individual reading for you. You do have to drop a gift first, so either the donut, the strawberry parfait, or the butterfly, please. Thank you. So Capricorn says, be driven by your desire to create a positive change in the world. So we have a lot of do-gooders in here, just like I like it. Also, if number 3, 6, or 36 are important cards, or sorry, important numbers for you, that may be a sign, especially 333. So 36 is 3 threes, and that is an angel number. So keep that in mind. I'm trying to get to that number. Here we are. Let's go. Thank you so much for the hearts so far, you guys. Be driven by your desire to create a positive change in the world. No one can escape life's habit of breaking our hearts repeatedly, but you can assuage your pain by alchemically channeling it into a force for good. This card may also indicate that someone with their sun, moon, and rising as a Capricorn, so it may be you, it may be the person you're thinking about. Hello, Ashanti over on YouTube. Hope you are doing well. What is it that you most care about changing for the better? Instead of vaguely and ineffectively lamenting the world's problems and injustices, ask yourself, what can I do to bring about positive change? What actual concrete steps can I take in the physical world? Capricorn, more than any other sign, is a master of seeing the big picture but not getting bogged down by it. This allows her to put one foot in front of the other, to take one concrete, constructive action and then another, and then as many as it takes for as long as it takes to bring about the outcome she desires. First, though, you must name the special singular pain that weighs on your heart. Then look into the heart again to discover an intrinsically related goal. Perhaps you'd like to transmute your pain into beauty through art, music, or writing. You may prefer to organize a demonstration, volunteer, not nonprofit work. Capricorn reminds you that there is indeed plenty you can do, and it urges you to do it. Okay. So truth be told, there are multiple truths, and you should absolutely go out into the world, there that card goes, and do good, be the good that you want to see, okay? So if people feel like there's more that they want to do for a person, it doesn't have to be like the bigger organization or anything else. It can be, obviously, but if it's for a certain person, I'm getting that. Oh, thank you so much for the likes and the cheers over on YouTube. If you feel like there's more that you want to give to a specific person, especially, and you feel like it's not being reciprocated, have that conversation. Don't let that resentment sit in. There's your truth and there's their truth. There may be a special way that this person wants to interact. There may be a way that you're interpreting the situation that's a little bit different from what they're experiencing in this situation. There's definitely room there. There's always room to communicate. Just keep that in mind before you get into the nitty gritty of the charity work. Especially, I know sometimes it's like your instinct, but it is important to have communication with that individual or individuals that you are trying to help. And I do see some questions coming in. If you would like an individual question over on TikTok, then the donut emoji, the strawberry parfait, or the metamorphosis gift, please. The metamorphosis gift will get you a longer reading. Hello, those of you who are on hi on YouTube. I don't do individual readings here because I am not yet monetize on YouTube. I know it's kind of a bummer for both of us, but the fastest way to get me there is to subscribe. The faster I get monetized, the faster I can do individual readings for you guys as well. Hello, everyone. There's so many people coming through. Okay. Ooh, you know what? This is really interesting, very great. First of all, I have the sun in reverse. I'm seeing you getting a lot of contentment in the situation. So whatever tense thing is going on between you and someone else where you want to help and you feel like you're not being let in, maybe you're not being let into the full story, maybe you're not let in to help in the way that you would like, that's going to be easily smoothed out. So that conversation, very easy to have. Even if you're a little nervous beforehand, I feel like you're going to be able to find equal ground with that individual, okay? I'm also seeing the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is my strong, independent woman who don't need no man energy card. I really, really love this card. It's really like self-sufficient, and then you give off that energy. People can see that when they see you. Whatever your goal is, I feel like you have like a bigger goal. You do have a way of getting it done, and you probably will. So I wouldn't linger on this too long. If the person that you're trying to help or the person that you're trying to work with kind of just gives you a no at the end of the day, you guys can meet in the middle, smooth things out between the two of you, and then have this bigger goal and fulfill it somewhere else. I feel like that's going to be the best way, and that you will be able to fulfill things in that way. I also am seeing this Two of Cups. So I've been getting this a lot, regardless of what deck I use for the last couple of days. There is definitely a lot of new connections coming in with the collective, and not a really important connection coming in soon. I really feel like once you get through the steps of this communication, of if you want to call this an issue that's coming through, things are going to get smoothed out really fast, and you're going to meet your goals. And there's going to be someone who really admires what you do and how driven you are, even if other people are like, this is frustrating, this is annoying. There's going to be someone who really sees you for who you are and what this is, and they're going to let you know. They're going to come towards you. So again, don't be too bent with the situation that initially you were moving towards not working out the right way. There is going to be another situation that's going to work out perfectly, okay? Divine timing is a thing. I'm going to move on to the next topic. Hello, yes, this is a collective reading, Bindi, and hello everybody else. So I don't do individual readings over on YouTube because I am not monetized over there. It's a super bummer, but the fastest way to get me there is to subscribe, and as soon as I am, trust me, monetized over there for lives, I will be doing individual readings over there as well. If you are on TikTok, thank you so much for the hearts. I super appreciate it. If you would like an individual reading, the donut or the strawberry parfait gift, sorry, or anything of similar value that they have over there. And then if you would like a longer reading, the metamorphosis or the butterfly. But for everybody else, 21, clean it up is our card, okay? Clean it up. I'm gonna go ahead and I also have off. Okay, this has been happening repeatedly. Clean it up is 21, and then Mars, the other card you have, is 12. So it's 1, 2, 2, 1. I just know there's a lot of synchronicity there. That's been happening with different numbers. Not every day, but it's been happening a lot recently. Know what you want and then employ swift, wise, and focused action to obtain it. Okay, I'm going to read Mars again. Know what you want and then employ swift, wise, and focused action to obtain it. Also, number 1 and 2 are kind of obviously in the beginning of counting, in the beginning of the angel numbers. So we're starting something new. We're starting a new focus even before I read that card. So yeah, start with cleaning up, and then we will move on from there. I am really wound up. I don't know if I just had like a lot of coffee, a lot of caffeine today, because I do not feel like I was this awake this morning. Again, if you would like an individual reading, I would start with the donut or the strawberry parfait gift, please. Or if you want a longer one, you can do the butterfly. Getting to the core of the situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away what is no longer needed. Ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home? Also, too much work, overwhelmed, time to clean house. Every item out of place matters natters away at you. Okay. I don't know how often you all use the word natters. I never do. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time, okay? Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. So I'm going to read the relationship message as well. Time to clear the air. Take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through the new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics to see what's yours and what's not yours. To clean up the relationship, everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered with your relationship will flourish. Okay, so all the little things that your partner does, especially in the beginning of the relationship, where you're like, that's annoying. Oh dear, didn't know they did that. That is also annoying. If you've been holding it in, this is the time to, politely, sweetly be like, I love you, but like not that thing you do. Let's move on to know what you want and then employ swift focus action to obtain it, and see how this goes along with the other message, shall we? Hello. I feel like it's really quiet over there today. It's a quiet Monday. I'm gonna look and see where the moon's at because the energy the last couple of days has just been a little sleepy over here. Do not sit passively by or resign yourself to whatever may happen. Decisive action will bring success. There are times when it is best to speak softly, fade into the background, or take the path of least resistance. This is not one of those times. The red planet reminds you to know what you want and to know what you believe is right, okay? And then to valiantly fight for it. Not tomorrow, today. This is the very moment. Mars is the planet of impulse, the impulse that inspires action related to war, competition, sexuality, righteous anger, and passionate vision, okay? In spiritual circles, impulsive actions have historically gotten a bad rap. But this judgment is lopsided. While we have all acted on impulses in ways that turn out to be regrettable, we have also all acted on impulses that yielded precious and wonderful results. Anger can inspire you to impulsively step in and defend a loved one. Attraction can inspire you to impulsively ask your future spouse out on a date. As the planet of victory and action, Mars is also about preparedness. So don't just fly by the seat of your pants and hope for the best. Make a plan, practice, do the legwork. Opportunities are flowing to you, but you have to be ready. Part of being ready to march victoriously toward a goal and attainment is physical strength, health, and well-being. So exercise like you mean it, and do so regularly. Prioritize your vitality, keep your muscles toned and your body limber and your heart strong. Okay, so this is all about working towards what you want, using that energy, using that passion, maybe using that energy, that impulsiveness to move you forward. If you would like an individual reading, please gift first and I will answer your question. But we're having clean house. We have go towards what you need. You may feel like your energy is a little bit all over the place right now. You may not feel like you are going in any particular focused direction. So Spirit is basically encouraging you to focus that. If there's things that are cluttering your energy, whether that is literally or figuratively, Spirit also encourages you to get rid of that as well. Let's see what we have going on here. Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands. So I do see that there is something that you are passionate about, but it may be small. Thank you so much for the heart. It may be a little bit smaller. It may not be a big thing that you are trying to like get behind. It's just a small idea that you really like, that you would like to work on a little bit more. I'm also seeing the Queen of Swords. You may not have the best way to communicate that at this time. That may be because you're overwhelmed with other things or you have other things on your plate, but you still have this idea in the back of your head. It is still something that you would be interested in. Don't let that kind of like communication issue be the thing that stops you. You can always find better ways to communicate what you need to other people or figure out who the exact person is that you need to communicate your message to that can get you to where you need. Okay, and then we also have Three of Pentacles. If you've been doing things solo, the best thing you can do is get a team. There are others around you who are willing to help. Okay, Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, and teamwork makes the dream work. If you can gather these people, then you will probably be able to better. Thank you so much, Rory. Oh, okay. So we have 7 flowers. I was looking for the other ones, but 7. I'll go ahead and pull some cards for you, Rory. Just let me know what your question is in the live. Sorry, in the message section. And thank you for the hearts. What was I saying? Yeah. There may be some people that you don't even know are who want to help you or would want to help you if they knew that thing that you are like kind of like that's just like a little spark but you haven't really moved towards yet. So communicate to people, be open, just be like, this is something I'd be interested in doing. I don't know if anyone else is interested. Oh, thank you so much for I think they were like smiley face emojis that went by in the chat in YouTube. But yeah, just be open, people, about what your plans would be. And you never know, somebody else may have an interest in it. Somebody may even have a stronger interest in some of the things you want to do than you do. And you just don't know yet because you haven't opened up to them. Thank you so much, Rory. Let's see. I broke up with Hillary, but I still love him. Well, okay, well, let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Rory. Let's see if this person is coming back. Let me go ahead and actually I'll put these tarot cards back so we have a full deck. And let's do that for you. Will this person come back? And you said you let this person go. Okay. It was one of those we had to kind of situations. That was, I'm going to say this is upright. Eight of Pentacles. The first card I have is the Eight of Pentacles, trying to get you more cards out here. Nine of Swords. Would love a third card. Are you going to do a third card? Maybe. Sorry, I'm talking to Spirit, not you. I am not sure you want this person to come back. So here's what I say. So I have the Eight of Pentacles, I have the Nine of Swords, and then I have the World, but in reverse. The Eight of Pentacles, I see that you were really working towards something. This is when we're getting to mastery level of a skill. We may not quite be there, but we're well beyond like the basics. That's what this card is usually talking about. We're starting to work on our mastery in a certain area. So I'm seeing whether that's literal, maybe you had something going on in your career, or you guys are working together towards something and you were building. You were ready to get to that next level, whatever that was. Next level in the relationship, next level in your life goals. You were putting in the work, and you may not have been seeing that on his end. And especially if you're saying that you really cared for them and then you had to let them go anyway, like it feels like the effort was there on your end, not so much maybe on the other one. And I also then have the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is about negative thoughts, losing sleep, having those like images and stuff in the background, like losing our peace essentially. And you know, sometimes you really care about someone and you can see the potential, but you're still like losing that peace, having those nightmares, even if they're not real. You have a dream that this person went out as an axe murderer now. That's not true, hopefully, right? Like, unlikely that that's true. But you start having all of these, like, manifestations of your negative feelings because you're like, but I like all these other things about this person, and you push down those negative feelings. Like, it may be trying to tell you something. Maybe not that this is the worst person of all time, but, that there is something there that wasn't aligning. And then the World in reverse. So there may have been a lot of good things out there. Maybe you could have had a really good, stable relationship with this person. Would you have received your world at the end of the day with this person? Spirit's saying maybe not so much. And, maybe if you're saying like sometime in the future ever could they come back and be different, yeah, maybe if they worked on themselves. But it doesn't seem like that's what happened because things progressed the way they did, and it would probably take a little bit more time. So I'm glad it sounded like that resonated a little bit. Sorry to kind of like have to give that message, but those are the cards that I got. And thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Does anybody else want a reading for themselves? Feel free to gift. I was looking for the donut, the strawberry parfait, or the butterfly if you want a longer reading. Rory did make up for all of that in the roses. So, do whatever you feel comfortable. You are welcome. And otherwise, I will continue on to the next message because I do pull these cards. Sorry, I pulled the cards for the topic of the day a little bit in advance, and then catch up if, depending on how the readings go. So let me put these away, and then we can go on to our next pair of Oracle cards. Hello, and thank you so much for the hearts, everybody. I do appreciate those too. So we have the Fates. The Fates is our next card for the beginning of the message. Oh, thank you so much, Rory. So that's 17. So if 17 is an important number for you, or 1, 7, or 8. We did have the number 1 in pretty much all the other cards today, so that may be important. A lot of beginnings for people. We also have Gemini 38. I like this Gemini card better just because, maybe that sounds mean to say, but the other one is about shadow work, and I feel like Geminis get a hard time. So this one's a little more positive. Shine the light of your intelligence into the situation and heal it for the better. It's also number 38, so if that's your age, it's an important number for you. 3, 8, or 11, which is a portal number, then you are in the right place. So I'll go ahead and read for the Fates. Melissa, hello. If you would like a personal reading, please gift first. I'm looking for the donut, the strawberry parfait, or the butterfly if you would like a longer reading. It's called a metamorphosis in the gift area. Sorry, I'm trying to get to page number 17. Here we go. Okay. The fates. Fate, karma, acceptance that there are things that you cannot change and knowledge that what those things are. The Serenity prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God grant me the serenity to accept things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated. Preordained by spirit for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity prayer. Okay, so things may be happening just however they're happening. There may not seem to be any rhyme or reason, but it will bring about positive change. Hello, Donut. Hello, Donut. Is it just... Well, I know what your image is. Yellow, full moon looking thing. I don't see a name. But I saw your donut and I know what your image is. So if you would like to put your question in the chat, I will read for you. But yeah, there's some things happening for the rest of the collective. Ariana, hello, Ariana. Feel free to put your question in the chat. Yeah, that may be outside of your control, but they're bringing in something good. And again, the 38 Gemini says, shine the light of your intelligence into the situation to heal things for the better. So I do think that good things are on the way. Put a pin in this, just pause. We're going to go ahead and answer Ariana's question, which is, should I go back to school? School for what? I'm interested. I'm intrigued. What are we learning? Okay, that. We have that. You get one. Ooh, that one just flew across. King of Wands. Okay. I'm going to say yes. Let me tell you why. Temperance. There's something that you're working on and now film. Oh, that's so cool. Come back in the chat and tell us all about it. Temperance. So there's something that you were trying to make work, things that you were trying to make mix together that was not working, okay? The traditional temperance is someone with 1 foot on the land and 1 foot in the water and trying to mix things together. And it's supposed to be taking things from different worlds and putting them together. But in reverse, that hasn't been working. So I would not continue to do something that's not working. If you know you're not somewhere where you really have a passion for it or care too much, like what is that going to do for you in the long run? We also have the 5 of Swords. I'm feeling like, and you probably already know, that once you move on to like these bigger goals, school, education, yada yada, it's going to stop it probably will stop some fighting somewhere else in your life. If there's bickering, if there's fighting now, if there's just some like, why can't you, whatever kind of conversations going on, those will probably start going away as we start focusing on bigger things. And there could be a bunch of different reasons for that. It could be that certain people think we should have done this route earlier. It may just be that if you're doing bigger and better things, you're not around those people who have more time to just argue about nothing. Like, it could be a lot of reasons, but I feel like as you move closer to the things that you want to do and these bigger aspirations for yourself, oh, thank you so much, Lori, you'll have less of this bickering and this negative energy in your life. I'm also seeing King of Wands in reverse. This is having a lot of passion, a lot of energy towards something that you really want to do, but it either like went wrong or like you're not able to express it. So if something happened where you wanted to do this before and then like life happened and you've been since then like, if only I had gone to film school. I always wanted to go to film school. You know, like I remember at one point I wanted to be a veterinarian, and there was a while there when I didn't get into vet school and I was like, if only I had gotten into vet school. And who knows, I probably still would have ended up on your screen reading tarot cards. So like, I just skipped over that really. But, you know, sometimes we just, you know, we have that story that we tell ourselves, like, why don't you just then go back? Like, just go back. Like, no, there are no go back police where they're like, you know, you cannot collect $200. Like, this is it. You chose your path. Like, you're still alive. You're still able to do it. Instead of telling ourselves that story that we'll never, ever, ever be able to do anything else again, why not give it a second try? Give it a third try. Like, you're still here. You're still thinking about it. Give it that third try, whatever gets you to do the thing that you love instead of being in that in-between place. So I hope that resonates. Hope that resonates with anybody else who's thinking about doing something cool. And yeah, we'll continue on. Rory has another question. Caesar wants to marry me. Is he good for me? Whew. You got a lot of people you're talking to, girl. Oh no, this card just ran away from me. Okay, let us see. I will say, oh, hello everyone on YouTube. Hope you are doing well and moseying along with this message. I do not do individual readings over there just because I'm not monetized quite yet. But as soon as I am, I will do individual readings over there. I do all of mine right now over on TikTok. But if you'd like to describe and make that monetization happen faster for the lives over there, I'd greatly appreciate it. So let's see. I have an interesting set of 3 cards for you, Rory. The first one I have is the 5 of Swords in reverse. So there may have been some fighting, there may have been some bickering. I do see that the like super in your face fighting has stopped. I don't know. I feel like this isn't about him though, or like it's not him and you fighting. You tell me if that's the case. But I feel like it's not. It's ended, but it's like something next to it, like somebody else who is having issues with the relationship, or like someone who is like in proximity to a relationship but not them. I'm feeling that that is ending. And then I have the 5 of Wands upright. So the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands are both about fighting and arguing. The 5 of Wands it's upright, so it's happening, but it's more of like the bickering, not as serious stuff. So I'm not too sure if there's like it's decreasing, or these are like separate people. I would say if it's decreasing, then we're working through our BS, right? We're working through that stuff. So that's definitely a good sign, because that means that we're able to communicate. You know, no one doesn't argue, but if we're like working through it and we're able to communicate through the hard stuff, I think that's a very good sign. If there's, you know, you have like normal relationship stuff and this is somebody else who's like not minding their business, or someone that you're moving away from, that's also good. I'm not entirely sure why this card is here. Then maybe you don't know why that person likes to give their opinion. I'm not entirely sure why I got both of these, but that's kind of why I'm getting there. And what's interesting about it is I still ended up with the 2 of Cups. I don't know if you guys are just like that couple that like bickers a little bit and then you're over it after 5 minutes. And then people watch it and they're like, are you okay? And you're like, yeah, why? Like, I may be that person. I don't know. But the 2 of Cups is one of the 2 relationship cards. The other one is the Lovers, which doesn't really need that much explanation, but the 2 of Cups is about connection and relationships too. And people sometimes prefer this one for relationships more than the other one. So I'm seeing that if you, I'm saying that because this is the last card, that is a very good sign. I would think of it as a very good sign. I obviously do not know this person and can't see your relationship in person, but that is your final card, and this is the really good card. So that is great. I did get those 2 5s beforehand, which is slightly confusing, but I gave you my thoughts on that. So I hope that resonates. Okay. So I hope everyone had a good time over on YouTube and on TikTok. Again, I'm the Exalted Empress Tarot. I do have a page on each platform. I do have long form videos in case you want to watch anything that I do when I'm not live. I did have one come out today, and I do have, you know, very recent ones, and I have my Zodiac shorts that are already out for July, and I'll have new ones coming out in August. Hope you enjoy all that stuff, and I will see you next time in the Empress Subscribe. Bye!